Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm the founder of ListingToFreedom.com. I've made over 70,000 flipping items on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and I'm ready to teach you how to make money flipping thrift finds. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me for this video today. I'm excited to be here with you to talk about cross-listing. Should you or shouldn't you cross-post? What's the easiest way to do it? Is it worth your time? And then I'm going to head on over to my computer and I'll take you with me, and I'll show you behind the scenes process of how I get my items cross-posted quickly. I'll show you how Vendoo works, which is the cross-posting tool that I use. All right, so first up, what is cross-posting? Now, you're probably already selling online, but you're trying to figure out, should I be cross-listing? Should I be cross-posting? Those two terms are used interchangeably. They just mean that you're listing your item to multiple platforms, and should you be doing that? So maybe you're selling on Poshmark right now and you're saying, hey, should I be cross-posting over to, maybe Mercari or Depop or Etsy or eBay or Facebook Marketplace? And if so, is it worth my time? How do I go about doing that? And that's what we're gonna dive into in this video. So first up, should you be cross-posting? The answer to that question, I'm gonna give you in three parts. First up, diversifying. When you cross-post, you are diversifying your income streams. You're diversifying where your money is coming from. So you're not selling all on one platform. Your items are listed across multiple platforms, and you have income streams coming in from multiple platforms. And that's really good if one platform is down for the day. Maybe you're not getting any sales on Mercari or Poshmark, but you're saying, hey, my eBay sales are doing really awesome today. And that is what happens when you diversify and when you're selling on multiple platforms. Reason number two is to increase your average sale price. Now, when you get your items listed on multiple platforms, you're getting your items in front of more buyers, and you have more potential to sell that item for full price without having to reduce, without having to send offers. And so you're able to maximize what you can get for your items. Reason number three that you might want to consider cross-posting is as an added safety net. Now, if you've been watching videos of resellers for a while, you'll know that it does happen where your seller account can get shut down on certain platforms. Maybe you didn't comply with the rules. Maybe it was just a fluke and you happened to get shut down for no reason at all. This is very rare, and I don't want to discourage you from reselling, but it is a rare occurrence, but it can happen. You could get suspended or shut down as well. And then suddenly, if you're on that one platform and this happens to you, your income is gone, all of your listings are gone, and that's not a good place that you want to be, right? And so by being able to sell on multiple platforms, you're giving yourself a safety net, and you're minimizing that risk of this happening to you, of you having to lose all of your income. The likelihood of, if you're selling on three platforms, for all three to get shut down at the same time, very, very slim to none. All right, so what's the best way to cross-list? Now, several years ago, the way that you had to do it is you had to open up a window for each platform that you were listing to. Let's say you were listing on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. You would have to be logged in and have a window open for each of those accounts, and then you're having to upload the pictures to eBay, upload the pictures to Poshmark, upload the pictures to Mercari, and then you're having to write the title for eBay, the title for Poshmark, the title for Mercari, and the description for eBay, the description for Poshmark, the description for Mercari. And you could see how this could get super time consuming and something that you don't want to do. Luckily, things have changed and there are much easier ways to get your items cross-listed to multiple platforms at once. And so these are called cross-listing tools. And the one that I have been using personally for several years now is Vendoo. Vendoo makes the whole cross-listing process quick and easy. It's very seamless, an easy to use interface that will take your listing and get it listed to multiple platforms at once. So you might be wondering, is this something that I'm going to have to pay for, or is it free? What is involved? What's the investment? And that's a good question. So Vendoo is, there is a cost associated with it, but they do offer 5 free listings a month. Now, for most resellers who are making this their part-time job or even full-time job, 5 listings isn't going to be enough, obviously, but those 5 listings are enough to try out Vendoo, to get your marketplaces all set up, and to get a feel for how it works. Included with those 5 free listings are what are called their add-ons, which we'll talk about in a minute. And these are just kind of extra bonus superpowers that you can add on to your Vendoo subscription. Those do come free with your 5 free listings, so you can get a total feel for how Vendoo works. And so right now we're going to head on over to my computer, and I'll show you inside of the process that I use with Vendoo. We'll also talk about those add-ons and if you need them or not. So let's head on over and we'll get started. Oh, and I almost forgot, I have a 25% off code for you. It will get you 25% off of your first month of Vendoo, and you will find a link with that code below this video. All right, so I'm over here at my computer, and this is what it looks like inside of Vendoo. The main thing to be aware of is this left side over here is your navigation area, where you're going to be able to go between your inventory, creating new listings, analytics. We'll get into all of this here in a minute. When the first thing that you need to do when you start with Vendoo is to get some little things set up. The first one is your extension. And this is just an extension that runs in your browser that allows Vendoo to talk, if you will, to the other platforms. Once you have this installed, you shouldn't need to again. If you're going, oh, I have to install something, don't worry. Vendoo will walk you through getting that installed. It's quick, easy. Once it's done, it's done. The next step would be to connect your marketplaces. Now for me, I have eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark connected. All you're going to do is click the connect button, and it will have you sign into your account so that they're able to access your account and get listings, sent over. All right, so there's a couple different ways that you're able to get items listed. First up, you can click this plus sign for the new item button and create a brand new listing right in Vendoo. If you have your pictures ready to go, if you have an item ready to go that's not yet listed, you can go ahead and do that list right in Vendoo and send them out to your marketplaces. What I like to do, however, is to use the import feature, and this will bring in, so right now I'm set up to import from eBay because I create all my listings in eBay and then bring them into Vendoo. And so you can come into the import. It's going to sync with eBay and get your latest items. And so all you'll do is you'll click the check boxes of what you would like to bring in. I've already brought in my listings for the month. Right now, I will say that I am at a very low number of items that I'm using with Vendoo right now, just because I have a brand new baby who I don't think I have showed you in any of my videos yet. But so I have scaled back on Vendoo just for the time being, and then once we're all settled in and everything, I will be bumping this up again so that I'm able to bring in the rest of my listings. But as you know, time with a newborn is very limited, so that is why that is at 25 right now. Normally this would be around 200. That's how many listings I do in a month, not with a brand new baby, I should say. So I would import, and then it's going to bring it into your inventory. And so here you'll find all of the items. This is one of the reasons why I like Vendoo, is because you're able to manage your inventory all from one place. Maybe you're selling one item or a few items that are just on Facebook, or a few items that are just on Poshmark and eBay. Here in Vendoo, you're able to see all of those items at once. And so let me find some of these listings that I was able to import. I did import them yesterday, and so you'll see on these listings that it will show that it's active on eBay, but there's no other platforms that it's active on. And so I need to bring this one over to those other platforms. So let's just use this shirt as an example so you can kind of see how this works. So you can click on it. It's always going to start with what is called the Vendoo form. And notice the colors over here. You'll see as we're going through this that the colors are going to change. Vendoo is yellow, and then the outline of this form is also yellow. So that's just a clue that you're in the Vendoo form. Now, when I imported from eBay, it brought in my title. It brought in my description from eBay, so I'm not having to type that again. I do have some language at the bottom of my description that is specific to eBay, so I just go ahead and delete that. Everything it's already brought in, the condition, the color, my SKU, what category, the weight of the package, all of that is already brought in, so I'm not having to type this again. And so we're going to come down here and click Save. And I'm just going to go down the list. So I don't list on Etsy. Poshmark, we're going to click on this. Now you're going to see how the color changes. So see how Poshmark is red. The outline of this form is now that dark red. So it's brought in everything from that Vendoo form, the title, the description, the brand, all of that, so you're not having to enter it again. So the only thing you need to add is this is a size small, and here you'll just say it's a size small. Poshmark always wants you to put in the original price. Just, I make them up. So let's say $45. My listing price is, we'll go 15, and click list. That's done. As it's listing, you can move on to your next platform. So I'm over here in Mercari. You'll see how it's kind of a bluish purple. And the outline of this form is now changed to let you know that you're in the Mercari form. All of that information, again, it's brought in, the categories brought in. The only thing that you need to add is the size and which shipping label you'd like to use. Just like that. Price, we'll go 15, say, this is totally an example here. And then list on Mercari, and that's done. Just like that, you can see how within a minute you're able to get, so you can see how just within a minute I was able to get that item cross-listed over to those other platforms very, very easily. Let me show you a couple of other features that I really like with Vendoo, and those are the analytics. And so you can come in and see kind of what my sales totals have been for the year, which is exciting. And this is revenue and profit. You can set this up. I have this set up for year to date, but you can look at month over month, and you can see how many items you've sold, what your average sale price is. So I love graphs. I love the colors that Vendoo uses. Really like these. And then you can get all this information about what is selling for you so that you can make informed decisions moving forward in your business about what to purchase, what to source for future inventory. It'll tell you what categories are selling the best, what brands you've sold the most of. It'll tell you your average sale price by market, which is interesting to see if certain marketplaces are getting a better price for you, and that can help inform you to make future decisions where you're going to be listing your items. The other thing I want to show you is this stale listing warning, which is really cool. So stale listing warning is just an item that's been sitting for a while. It'll give you this little yellow thing with the clock on the listing, and you can set this up if you want it to be 15 days, if you want it to be 60 days or 90 days, that's up to you. And this will just tell you, hey, this item has been here for a while. You might want to consider doing something with it. And if you hang on in just a minute, I'll show you one thing that you can do in Vendoo with these stale listings to get them to sell. So what I want to show you is the add-ons. Oh. So you're going to come in to manage your subscription, and These are the different add-ons that are available. There's an add-on for importing. So to be able to pull in your existing listings, if you're currently selling on a platform, you're definitely going to want this add-on. It's $5 a month. And maybe you consider doing it for your first month to bring in your existing listings and then switch to listing in Vendoo. That's an option so that you don't have to keep paying for it. I personally like creating my listings in eBay just because that's how I've been doing it for a long time. And so I pay the $5, $5 big deal. I don't, it's not a lot to me, so I just do that $5 to import. And then the other add-on that you can do is a relist and delist. So I'm going to demonstrate this for you here in a second of what this does. But it does allow me, if an item sells, I come in and say it's sold, and then it automatically will delist, pull it down from all those other platforms. There's also an add-on for all marketplaces, meaning that you're able to list to all the different marketplaces that Vendoo is able to connect with. That's $5 a month, $5 a month as well. That's one that I don't pay for just because I only sell on 3 marketplaces, and that's fine with me. I don't need to sell on 10 marketplaces. And if you want to bundle all 3 together, they have a nice little bundle there. All right, so let me show you this relist and delist. So let's say, I'm just going to pretend here. So let's say I had an item sell. This is a good one. Oops, that's already sold. Okay, so I'll show you kind of how it works. So I already marked this sold. But you would come in here and say Poshmark and then mark as sold, and then it's automatically going to delist from your other marketplaces. So you can see I did it with this one, and eBay it shows delisted, Mercari it shows delisted. And so that's what the relist delist does, but it also does one other really cool thing that if you haven't sold an item for a while and you're getting that stale listing warning, or you're not, you can do it with a brand new item. Let me get rid of some filters here so I can show you. So I've got 381 in Vendoo active. Let's go down to some of my older listings here. All right, so you'll see here that these listings do have that stale listing warning, and it will tell you how many days ago it was listed. All right, so with that delist, relist add-on, you're going to have this option up here for a multi-delist and relist. And this is going to allow you to come in here and choose items, and this will pick 10 of them, to choose items that you would like to delist and relist. So we're going to go ahead and click this button. You can do 10 at a time, and it'll ask you which marketplaces you want to delist and relist from. I like to stick with Poshmark and Mercari so that it doesn't mess up my eBay listings, just because I like to keep my eBay. All right, so you click confirm, and you'll see that it's working here in the background and going through and listing or pulling down that item and relisting it as a brand new item. So let's talk a little bit about what that does, because it looks simple, but it does something very powerful. And what it is doing when it pulls down that item and delists it and then creates a new listing, it creates a brand new listing. And so what happens with those brand new listings is when buyers go to shop for that item and they put in keywords that are similar to what your item is, that is going to come up at the top of the search results, because the marketplaces, whether it's Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, whatever marketplace you're on, it's always going to bring up the newest listings, the freshest listings. And so by doing this, you're getting your items to the top of the search results without having to do any more work. Yeah, it's going to take the computer a little while, but while this is working, you can go ahead and be doing other things. You can be doing other things on your computer, and this will just sit there and run in the background. And when it's done, it'll say, hey, 10 items have been imported, and it's done. You didn't have to do anything but click a button. So yes, I would definitely recommend the relist and delist add-on. If you're going to just go with one add-on, this would be the add-on to go with, so that you're able to get those old stagnant inventory
moving and selling for you.
Thanks so much for watching. I have a 25% off code for you. It will get you 25% off of your first month of Vendoo, and you will find a link with that code below this video. Go ahead and like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on future videos and so that other resellers can find this video as well. Thanks again and have a great day.